this is Kendra with thebeautifulkind.com, and I am giving you a public service announcement. And I'm not dolling myself up and putting on makeup to appeal to you more. I'm just showing up in my real rawness to let you know that we are so tired and angry and sad and grief-stricken and heart-shattered and raging over all of this stupid, bad, immature behavior that a lot of men are doing right now in our country and all over the world. Right after the election in November, I got sexually assaulted, and I know lots of women who have had similar experiences in the past few months. Men are just so ragey and angry and coming at us sideways and out of pocket, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And we would like you to stop, please. We would like you to grow up and stop hurting women and stop hurting us. I'm a sex worker, and I have a lot of sex worker friends, and we're all reporting this fucking bad behavior, and it needs to stop. And I always say the patriarchy is the fear of the feminine and mature masculine. So the patriarchy is full of these immature little boys who are in grown-up bodies that are acting like idiots. I don't think I can take much more of this, and I don't think I'm gonna have to take myself out, because I think my heart is just gonna fucking break from all of this. I'm just gonna drop dead from a fucking broken heart because of all that you're doing, and I wish you would stop. And I know you're not gonna listen to me. You're not gonna listen to me and all the other people that are trying to talk some fucking sense into you. I wish there was some way that I could appeal to you to fucking grow up. You're all walking around with this slumped over Charlie Brown posture, wearing these plaid shirts and baggy pants and comfortable shoes, and we're getting all dolled up for you, and we're putting on our pretty clothes and our bright colors, and we know that you are jealous of the fact that we get to be pretty and that we get to have sex with just about anyone we want. And I tell you what, I'm very science-based, but I'm also very witchy woo-woo based, and my chakras are so freaking clogged up right now. I am constipated in my root, and I used to have 3 orgasms a day, and I used to be with 5 men a week, and I would fuck and suck, and I loved it, and I enjoyed it, and now I just hardly can even stand it. I still have a few of my good clients that I still see, but I can hardly function at the way I used to be, and I want to be juicy. I want to be rode hard and put away wet, but instead you're wringing me out and leaving me out to dry, and it's just asinine. And I just feel like I could go on and on and on, and so I get so ranty about men, and it's always like, not all men, and every time you say that men rape and do bad things, someone points out, oh, well, women do too. Okay, fine, but you know what? There's statistics out there. And in 2023, 1,838 women murdered somebody in the United States, and 14,000 something and change men murdered people out there. So that's quite a difference there. And I have so many girlfriends who talk about getting sexually assaulted like they're getting a cold or something like that. They act matter of fact about it, and it shouldn't be that way. They should be horrified, but they just are like, yeah, man, I got date raped the other day, and I was so pissed because they cut my lingerie off, and it was my favorite set, and blah, blah, blah. It's just so ridiculous. I'm telling you, from the fucking front lines, the canary in the coal mine, I am telling you that this is dire, and we need to Do something to grow up. And I want to love you, and I do. I love my women and I love men so much, and of course all the genders in between, the whole spectrum of all kinds of people. I do love you, but you're making it so freaking difficult. I have a friend who's in a prison in Texas right now because she killed her husband in self-defense. He horribly abused her for 20 plus years. He mutilated her breasts. He bashed her face into the stone fireplace so that she wouldn't have teeth, just so she would be ugly for other people. He wouldn't let her wear her hair down. He was so controlling and awful and abusive. And she finally got cornered in her bedroom, and she got a gun and she shot him in self-defense, and now she's in prison, and she's got 3 children, and one of them has disabilities. And so luckily the oldest one is taking care of them while she's serving her sentence. But I sure wish she could get out of there, because I know she would never do that unless she had to do it. And when I sit here and I get so freaking pissed about men, I have to make a list of the good men in my life. I have to look at this list to remind myself that there are good men out there. Men who are generous and kind and selfless and lovely and are energizing and exhilarating to be with, and not draining and whiny and stupid and immature and bossy and jerks. And right now, the list has 11 men on it, and please, let me add more of you to my list, because we need more good men out there, mature men, men who will lift women up and share resources and not be so territorial and jerky and you know, like selfish and stingy. And what do you expect, man? I don't know. But anyway, let me read this list to you, okay? These are the people on the list. These are the good men: Matthew, Joseph, John, Victor, David, Wes, Tim, Andy, Sandy, George, and Ed. That's 11. So let me add some more, please. Let me add some more good men. And please, please help us, and please stop hurting us. I keep tasting and smelling blood because my jaw is so clenched up. I can hardly, I'm bleeding in my throat, and I just feel like someone's choking me all the time. And it just is not sexy. It's not fun. I would much rather be the way I was before, when I was having all kinds of great sex and enjoying myself and sharing my body with others. And instead I feel like I have to lock it all down, and I have to protect myself, and I have to hide. And God damn it, we don't want to be afraid. We don't want to be afraid. We want to walk down the street and not worry about things, you know, like, ugh. And you're so jealous of us, and you all act like you're straight, and you're not. I know this because half of the clients who come to me are wearing bras underneath their button-down shirts because they just want to have their feminine so badly, and they want to be able to wear pretty clothes. And I just would challenge you. Why don't you straight men, why don't you put on a pretty pink dress, a nice little sundress, maybe throw on some heels, put on some sparkly jewelry, and go ahead and walk down the street? Why won't you? Why are you afraid to walk down the street wearing pretty clothes like that? Are you worried about being gay bashed? Are you worried about getting curb stomped? Are you worried about somebody laughing at you? Are you worried about being tied to a fence and being left to die out in the wilderness? That's how we feel all the time. That's how we feel. And the least you can do is let us wear our pretty clothes and be nice about it and not be such jerks about it. Oh my God. I didn't even know how much I could go on about this, but I also want to say one more thing. No, I want to say more things. I want to say that whole patriarchy thing, this religious shit, this Christianity and Muslim and Judaism and all that stuff is such horse shit. I love a real Christian. I love a real good Jew who does mitzvahs and all that. You know, I really do. But there are so many out there who are using religion to hurt and control other people. And we're calling you out. We see it. We see it's bullshit, okay? We know this, and you can stop doing it. If you want to control yourself in your own house, go and do that and leave us the fuck alone and let me have my fun. Like, don't try to tell me what to do. That's not your job. That's not your business. I don't tell you what to do. And I want to tell you that patriarchy came along and erased all of the goddess mythology and replaced it with all of this male god stuff. There were goddesses worshipped, and they all are buried, murdered, killed, replaced with these jerky gods. And man, all these priests and youth pastors and people out there just doing terrible things to children, and everyone's pointing fingers and blaming, and it's just, and it's always just people right in the family, right in the neighborhood. It's not stranger danger. It's all the people that are supposed to protect you and love you and take care of you. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be kind to each other. You're supposed to be nice. You're supposed to be, oh my gosh. I can hardly fucking stand it. It just, my whole mouth is so dry. My heart pounds all the time. And I used to always go around saying, replace the fear with love, replace the fear with love. And I don't want to be walking around in fear. Come on. Make it safe for people. And a real alpha male protects his tribe. He's not a bully. Do you know that there's this whole male archetype concept? The king, the warrior, the magician, and the lover. And all these men out there have it flipped upside down. And instead of being a king, they're being a spoiled little prince. And instead of being a warrior protecting their loved ones, they're being bullies. And instead of being magicians, they're being fools, they're being jesters, they're being idiots. And instead of being lovers, they're being rapers. And now I'm going to say one more thing, and it is that I have a friend who's been trying to do online dating for the past year, and she has been so frustrated because all of these men just immediately burst her bubble. And what I mean by that is, when you're first getting to know somebody, there's stages of intimacy, there's stages of getting to know each other and learning about each other and engaging in this kind of curious courtship that these men are just bulldozing through. So let's say she's a woman here and he's a man here, and there's this lovely bubble in the middle, in between them, and she wants to kind of poke her toe in and kind of go in there and be curious and kind of get to know the man. And instead of having that nice, slow courtship and it feels safe and respectful, the man just goes right through the bubble. Woo! He just goes right up to her and goes blah, like that. And it just is so repelling. It is so shooting yourself in the foot. It is cock blocking. It is a turnoff. It doesn't make the woman open her arms up and let you in. It pushes her away. And you need to give her space. And I just want to say, children and mothers and women, we need to feel safe. And you know what? You do too. And we want that for you. We want to love you. We want to hold you. We want to worship you too. But you just are just being so fucking out of pocket and out of line and sideways and ridiculous. And no. Please learn how to get into your mature masculine. Learn how to be emotionally available and appreciate other people and not be so worried that someone's going to take something from you. We're not trying to take anything from you. We're trying to help you. And you sure act like you don't want that, but we want help too. And we all think that we all have stuff to offer. We have stuff to share. There is enough to go around, okay? There is enough to go around. And you need to please stop hurting ourselves. And I'm telling you, if women are happy in our society, if women get a say in our society, if women get freedom and agency and able to enjoy sexuality and not carry around all your shame, everyone will benefit. Men and children, everyone will benefit from that, okay? So please do your part and be added to my list of good men, please, and stop with all this stuff. I want to end on a positive note, and I just want you to know that I love you very, very much. And I wouldn't say this, if I didn't love you. And just so you know, I'm going to the dentist today and getting my teeth cleaned, and I'm going to get my hair trimmed today. And I hope I live long enough next week to go to my doctor appointment to address all of the stuff that's hurting me to the core and making me feel choked and making my heart just hurt so much. And I'm sure, like, there's vitamin deficiencies, there's all kinds of things that people deal with, but I know what's causing all my illness, and I know that our society, the doctors can't help me, but you can, okay? You can do your part, and let's just enjoy ourselves. There's so much pleasure out there, so much beauty to enjoy. You don't have to fucking ruin everything and bomb everything and destroy everything. Okay. I love you. And please be kind and do something really, really nice to someone you love today. Do some kind act of service to somebody, okay? I do it every single day. And I just want you to know that when clients give me money for my services that I offer them because they are so lonely and they need physical touch and affection, they are giving to the temple, the goddess temple. They are doing an act of self-care by caring for me. And I want you to know that I share that money that my clients give me. I share it with my other girlfriends and my friends and people who need it. I share it. I don't hoard it. I don't buy boob jobs and designer handbags and boats with it, okay? I'm trying to help other people because our society is just not working out very well. And anyway, okay, here's a nice little thing. I got a kitty cat. This is Stella Luna. I got her because I feel like I'm going freaking crazy. Not just my heart, but my brain is just... And so I thought maybe I should have someone to take care of around here and to be soft and sweet and cuddly. But she is a little naughty too. Okay. Deep breaths. Oh yeah, breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay. I love you.